do. So as we celebrate this evening, like my co-host reminded us, relax, feel free, let your hair down, and we're going to have an amazing time. So with that said, let's just jump right in.
Okay, and also I would like to give special welcome to our senior education officer, Mr. Kelly. At our head table, Mrs. Hewitt, who has been with us since Wednesday, and thank you. At this time, we'll be asking Mrs. Simone Moran Robinson, Bursars for GC Foster College, to lead us off in prayer.
I think this is maybe where Pastor was going to that day. I just think if easy. I think this is, so please, Pastor, start the big up for us.
Let us pray. Loving eternal God, we magnify and we exalt your holy name. We want to thank you for your many blessings bestowed upon us. Lord, you have been good to us, and we want to just exalt you and give you thanks. Here we are in this fashion. We ask for your divine leading. We ask that you will guide and direct the proceedings. We want to thank you for each and every one gathered in this fashion. And for those who are on their way, I pray, God, that you will allow them to be with us safely. Lord, we have not enough tongues to give you thanks. But this evening, we just want to glorify and exalt you. Into your divine hands we commit this evening's proceedings. We ask that you will take full control. Guide us now, we pray. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ross. Surely we know we can rely on you in that one. So, at this
Vice principals, seniors, bursars, clerical assistants, good evening to you all. Good evening. It is good to see you all here this evening, looking so radiant and relaxed after 3 days of wonderful experience, wherein we explored the theme, elevating excellence, improving compliance and performance. The Ministry of Education and Youth Region 6 has been happy to engage you in these 3 days of training. We saw that you cooperated, you participated, and from what has been expressed from persons to me, you have really benefited from this session. And so we are indeed heartened to have had you and to have been here with you. Our regional director and my colleague, Mrs. Walker Myers and Mrs. Ford, would not have been able to be here with us, but they were here today, but they were here with us on Monday, and they shared all day with us. And for that we are thankful. And so this afternoon, us here, I know, will all come together, participate, and make this function a success. This afternoon we will be awarding all of you certificates of participation for your involvement in these workshops. We will also be awarding some bursars who would have worked hard in the association in bringing this event to its fruition, and also a few bursars who have performed outstandingly well over the years. We pray that you will be appreciative, and we pray that everything will go to the honor of our Lord and our Savior as we continue to toil in the vineyard. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Madam Sonia, for greeting us and for setting the tone for what's to come. By the way, you heard Mr. Ross introducing you to an organization called Friends of Region 6. And I know this might not be the place, but we're still recruiting principals and vice principals for the committee. I mentioned that because Mrs. Heslop is a foundation member of the committee, and on that committee, she is the official icebreaker. And I'm sure before the night is done, she just might be obliging us with one or two of her jokes. All right, so to change the mood a little bit now,
we are going to be inviting Mrs. Johnny Tucker, principal for Lindsay Primary and Junior High. Sorry, Lindsay Primary and Infant School to do an item.
please.
Let's all welcome.
Big hand to the crowd.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
There are several things this evening. One, if you have any Easter to sing, Easter, DPH, I'm going to ask you to send some over to room 3612 because I'm really not doing so well. All right? You know, last night when I complained at the front desk that mosquitoes giving me trouble. And so they went to the room and they sprayed the room, and guess what? When I went back in the room, I really couldn't manage the smell of what they use in the room. So my sinus is aggravated. But I know that you are going to be singing with me. And on that note, I'll do the verses and you will do the chorus with me, right? Yes, ma'am. All right. I'll say of the Lord that He is my refuge. In Him will I put all of my trust. He's taking me daily from glory to glory. In Him will I trust. In Him will I trust. Come on with the chorus now. Some trust in chariots. Harmonize. Come on. Tenor, alto. Come on. Some trust in horses, but I will remember the name of my God. He is a warrior. Yes, He is mighty. In Him will I trust. In Him will I trust. He's my defender, my shield and buckler. My hope is built firmly on Him, on mountains and valleys. My God is before me. In Him will I trust. In Him will I trust. Come on, everybody. Some trust in chariots. I'm not here with tenor and the alto. Come on. Some trust in horses, In Him will I trust. In Him will I trust. Let's do the chorus one more time as we harmonize. Come on, everybody. Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses. I will remember the name of my God. He is a warrior. Yes, He is mighty. In Him will I trust. In Him will I
For your hard work, you give me your children.
That is what we call commitment and dedication.
Absolutely. Pushing through. True educator. We find our way. All right. So we heard from our principal. Now we're going to hear from another special group of persons. You know, when I went to the school I'm at now, I came up and I was introduced to my bursar. And from one second, she's not even in the room, you know. You've been talking good things about her. And then, you know, she's so cool and emotionally stable and intelligent. And then, you know, after weeks of investigation, I discovered that she spent years working on her internal controls. Only Mrs. Slap would get that. Thank you, Mrs. Slap, I appreciate it. Mr. Kelly, can I get about half of it? All right, that said, we're going to be welcoming now to grace us with their super talent. They thought they were just able to count and to add and to minus, but they have other talents.
Bursars. Your time.
So at this point, please help us to welcome the Bursars Parade of Region 6.
This long time I've never seen you. Come let me hold your hand. This long time I've never seen you. Come let me hold your hand.
Be there, John Rose, your machita, pick up the blason. Let me hold your hand, yeah. Let me hold your hand.
Long time I've never seen you. Come let me hold your hand.
Long time I've never seen you. Come make me wheel and turn. Be there, John Rose, your machita, pick up the blason. Let me hold your hand, yeah. Let me hold your hand. Instant market, not a party hotel. Carry up the all instant market, not a party hotel. Lord, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday. Saturday night, oh Lord. What a Saturday night. Everybody go feel, woman of green. Everybody go feel, woman of green. Oh Lord. What a Saturday night, oh Lord. What a Saturday night. People broke Rockstone. Road and wide, people broke Rockstone. Broke them one by one. Broke them two by two. Broke them three by three. Broke them. Hey. Yes. Road and wide, people broke Rockstone.
By the way, if you heard the last Bursars, she get down there, you know. Everything said they can only hold banknotes. Think again, you hold your own Bursars. And I just, yeah, you can hold your own. Great job, guys. Really proud of you. We're very little time to prepare. Because those of us who have been here, we know say up until Wednesday evening, Mr. Slap said, we don't know when we went for the program. Program well printed already. I thought this is very well organized. Long enough time, but good job.
Okay, at this time, I'll be welcoming Mrs. Mitchell Dixon from the Port Community College to introduce Higgins. Sorry, Mrs. Nicole Higgins from the Port Community College to introduce the speaker
For this evening.
for this evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Floyd Kelly, whose purpose in life is to encourage people to integrate and manifest the goodness, awesomeness, and power of God in all areas of life. He's a member of the Maypen Baptist Church and always open to give words of encouragement in every way of life. He is married to his wife Sharon and has two lovely daughters. His currently employed at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Region 6, where he holds the post as Senior Education Officer. In 2022-2023, he was the president of the Jamaica Association of Education Officers. He loves watching football, and unfortunately, his favorite team is
Liverpool.
He loves listening to motivational speakers such as Les Brown, Dr. Miles Monroe, T.D. Jakes, John Maxwell, to name a few. He likes reading books that influences and inspires and having conversations with like-minded people. He's totally committed to fulfilling the vision God gave him of encouraging persons all over the world by giving speeches, writing books, hosting encouragement activities, and owning business that develop and distribute encouragement products. Please help me welcome Mr. Floyd. Somebody who is always encouraging other persons, because that's few and far between.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Why, Miss Pat, can I hear you loud and clear? Allow me to acknowledge the Masters of Ceremony, Paul and Brian, and to just put a little highlight to my colleagues at the head table. Principals, Bursars, assistant Bursars, vice principals who may be in the house. Good night again. I want to tell you a little secret before I go any further. Please allow me, I'm happy not to lecture in this matter here at the table because I interpret their lectures and things like that. So I feel free to move around just as the table is rolling. My throat has been a little uncooperative and unruly, but I am putting it on the manners for this 30 minutes or less that I can speak. I am mindful of the time. You hear me getting a little excited, right? And if you know me very well, you may never see me reading, but I have pages and pages of things that I've spent time preparing. But I am mindful of the time. So we can have a conversation based on your theme, which is our theme, elevating excellence. And for some reason, Mrs. Slum, that compliance has also associated competence in my own mind, and I've joined those two words together, and performance. But you see, before I go any further, this is something that I have learned a very important lesson about, and I want you to take it into consideration as well. Mrs. Slum, would you please stand, please? Mrs. Slum, now I realize that I have been at the regional office in Ola for over a decade. That's a long time. So that lady, I joined the regional office and I saw her. And when I joined, I knew she was a kid. So Mrs. Slum, I want to personally give you your flowers right now. And commend you for that light-hearted spirit that you've always permeated the regional office with. You're always home to giving a joke and giving a smile like you're giving now. And you're always championing the cause of the Bursars. And you're always diligent with people at home. And I want to commend you. And I am tying that with this idea that I want to share with you in brief about excellence and elevating excellence. That is so important. A lot of the times, the things we do and the work we perform, we may not get the credit. We may not get the acknowledgement we think we should get. But But I say to us, have we given the acknowledgement that is to others? And that is something I want you to register. I am also saying to every single person in this room, commendations to you for the hard work you have done. I know that it is difficult, it is stressful. Sometimes the people who work at the ministry, they frustrate you. Sometimes the situations and the circumstances may rob you of an opportunity for consistent excellence, and sometimes you feel like you're a little crippled or shackled by the things or the circumstances that the people should help you. But I'm saying to you, commendations to you. Year after year, you have organized yourself and you have had a wonderful retreat. Whether you have 100 or you have 50 or you have 68, give thanks that you are here. I have learned not to watch the numbers, but just to appreciate the situation and the circumstance that you have for yourself. And that's why I find this theme so fitting, elevating excellence. Improving compliance and performance. So I spent a little time interrogating the idea of elevating, and simply put, elevating really means to bring to a higher level, right? Higher level, right? Yes. And when you think about excellence, it talks about an outstanding quality, something that is good, something that is consistent. So when you put those two things together, you're elevating something that is of a good quality, right? Now, so fitting for the people who manage the money, Mr. Powell, and those who are holding the right notes. So fitting for those who are leading and managing people, because in leading and managing people, principal, preacher, we need excellence. We need excellence. So I found the theme so fitting. And I spent some time thinking about it, and I asked myself, is there anybody in this room who wants to be consistently elevated excellence? Can I get an amen from anybody? Is there anybody in this room who wants to consistently elevate excellence? Simply mean that the things that you are doing today, you want to do them tomorrow, you want to do them next week, you want to do them next year, you want to do them the next 20 years, and you want to do them for the rest of your life. Because what I have found is that we have a lot of conversation about excellence, but sometimes it remains as just conversation, and it's inconsistent. But what we want is consistency in what we do. And I found that there are some little secrets, some little tricks to the trade that we must pursue if we are going to appreciate this idea that there is excellence, and we are also excellence. First one I want to bring to you, excellence in service. Not self-serving, but service. I have often found that I have challenged myself to say the things we do and the work we perform is not about highlighting self and bring myself to the table and say, oh, I have been at the regional office and I've been senior officer, so what? But we are here to give service to people, an excellent service, not to be served. Not to feel that we are entitled, that we, because of what we do, we demand sometimes of attention, but to just bring the things we do day to day for our brothers and sisters to a higher level. Every single day, to bring it to a higher level. So you may go through those expenditure statements, Bursars. You may go through your income. You may look at those payment vouchers, and I know for a lot of you it's more than just numbers. It is part of a bigger system, part of a bigger puzzle, helping us as an education system to give service to those who come to the gate every day. So they can have an opportunity at excellence. Same thing that goes for the principal. Every single day you have some students you have to deal with, and unfortunately sometimes, I know that in this room, principal Powell, the principal and the bursar may not see eye to eye on some matters. And that's fine. People disagree. I love my wife dearly, and there sometimes I should be on my own. There are sometimes she said, boy, that means I love this, but then you get out of the skin. But I say that to say, in giving of service, what are you bringing to the table in your service? So you have a job and you have a portfolio responsibility that says your principal, says your bursar, says your vice principal, assistant bursar, or you may be a clerical assistant. But inside of that, and outside of that, I say something to you. God gave you something special. Outside of it. God gave you something special outside of that role. Because you and I know tomorrow morning, or Monday morning, the very thing that we hold on to, somebody can snatch it away from you. I have learned that. I've been around the ministry long enough. General directors have seen quite a few permanent secretaries, I've seen quite a few ministers. And at some point in time, I am sure I am going to. But I ask you the question, in elevating your service, what else do you bring to the table outside of just a job function? And I'm saying to you, there is something special that you bring to the table that I want you to also elevate, as well as you elevate your responsibility to lead or to manage in your respective field. It may simply mean that you're that person when you turn up, when somebody turns up to the space, you're willing to listen. You're willing to empathize with them. When somebody turns up and needs leadership and direction, you know the right questions to ask. And you know when somebody does a good job, to stand behind and be the cheerleader and say you did well. Because you are helping to serve a higher purpose and helping somebody to be the best they can be. So I am not talking about purpose of them. When I say purpose, people say, think I said people must be preaching. I'm talking about that very special thing that you do, that is such an intangible thing that sometimes people don't see it, but it's so important. You may be that only smiling face sometimes when people walk into a room. And it brings that heartwarming feeling. And I say, can you give a smile more often? You know, I hear people walking around in this joke. They say there are two ways I can tell teachers and people who work in education. It's no longer one. And you know the first one, which is unfortunate. It's in the box, right? Yeah. You know what is the second one? This our face. Somebody, yeah, and I hear it, so I go to the barber shop and say, you can't tell them, man, when you see their face, it looks like they permanently have line in the mouth. And I said, that is not the case, because, you know, we come from a school where if you work and you're principal, if you look away, your face is serious. But I'm saying to you, be you. And I've learned to embrace it in elevating my own excellence. Be me. I am always smiling, I am optimistic about life. I feel that the best can come out of the worst circumstances and I elevate that. So I say to you, whatever you bring to the table, be you. Be uniquely you in your service. You know, if you copy anybody else, principal pattern, and I know you won't. You be yourself. And you give yourself in service every single day. So you may get a performance and praise I done. They're not sure what you want. Every single day. Keep at it. You know why? Because you're doing something special. Only you alone can do it. You will have other persons. You will have other principals. You will have other SEOs. You will have other RFCs. But there is something special that you and you alone bring to this earth that you must deliver. And deliver rebels. There's this Barbadian minister who is now listening, and I respect him very much. Dr. Miles Monroe. And I heard him telling a story in one of his tapes about being in America, driving past a graveyard, and looking over there, and he was saddened because he has come to appreciate that some of the richest places on earth are graveyards. Why? Because there are so many talents, so many skills, so many gifts that were never developed, and all they ended up doing is that people died with them and they were buried. And I'm saying to you, whatever you bring to the table today, in your role, outside of your role, and outside of your job function, deliver it to excellence. deliver that tender heart, deliver that service, deliver that diligence that you have when you look at things and you can know that something is off and you spend your time and pick it up. Deliver that thing that you are good at offering solutions and not just spitting out one long list of problems and complaints. Because your mind is organized and you're specifically what to do. Now, two other things I want to say to you. I promise you that I will not be loud. And there are many things that have stuck my mind when I think about just this wonderful group of persons that we have in the system that sometimes don't get the recognition they need. And I understand and appreciate how your jobs can be difficult. But all I'm asking of you is that you see this theme that you have taken on, let it walk with you. Always think about and ask yourself, am I at a better place today than I was yesterday? Am I at a better place? Have I risen to a higher level in service than I was last year? Am I a better person? And do not only tie to that job you have. I ask myself that question, am I a better husband? Because life doesn't exist in compartments. If anything that is off balance turns over, I am sure of that. If you don't get enough sleep at some point, you're going to drop right now. If you don't pay attention to the little things and don't go to the doctor, you find that the doctor probably is not to realize you go like me. At some point, you're going to realize you need to go there. So all I'm saying to you that every single role you play in your life is important. And you work on it and you work on it for excellence and you continue to press on and to press on and to press on and to press on day after day. Because today, last year, most of you know this time, directors, former secretary, and so on. I will never forget this, Mrs. Slack. So Miss Allen went off on vacation leave. Miss Allen was due back at work. And a week before she was to return to work, she passed. Sad. And I thought about how many days I would have climbed the stairs, and there are things I probably wanted to say to her and never said, Mrs. Snap. There are many things of excellence I've seen in how she manages her emotions and she doesn't get overwhelmed by anything, and I've never said to her. And I'm saying to you, why are you here saying today is the day, and why I see her coming in Mrs. Snap are those things that I'm tying together. So we get to another point in January, and the director has a new secretary, somebody come from Miss Allen's desk. And we sit in a room and we're having a meeting, the 3 senior officers, regional director, and 2 other ladies. And this sponsor gets up to go outside. And then when you're talking about school improvement planning, Principal Cole, and all of a sudden the room is in class. The lady covering director's desk stops over and no, she was there. She was there. She's alive. I just find out to say that because and we were there and everybody had touched her and revived her and she just now wake up. We lift her up, we took her down the stairs and we ran down the stairs and we put her in a car and we took her to the hospital. She still wasn't giving any signs of the sickness. Finally, many hours after, she revives. But why I said to you, today is the day, because oftentimes I find we pretend as if we know every single thing. And we know what tomorrow may bring, so we may say, boy, today I'm just going halfway with it. I'm going no halfway with nothing anymore. If I can't give my best, I can't do it. So you say what? I feel like I learned that is if I go to the speak, it's not if it's one somebody in the room. It's 101,000 there. And I say that to you that in the work you do every single day, today is today. Because today may be the very day that you're writing the final things. You're painting the canvas that you ought to pay, that will be left and hang in a gallery for people to remember you. And if today is the day I don't pay to good, that is what. And if you think about it, there are other parts of it. So it's not just about the work, it's about the relationships. Because an important part of elevating excellence is how you feel. Do you make, do I make you feel excellent? Do people want to be in a space with me because I exude that I expect the best of you. And I'm constantly elevating this idea that I want the best for you. Sometimes we may not agree. I want the best for you, you know it. Because today, you're uncertain about what tomorrow will bring. It is not promised. Today. So why do you think about this compliance? And why you want to continue the excellence, make sure you're sharp this up. Almost at that point. I want to sit with me in my sharpness. So there was this woodcutter. Some of you may hear this already. He was busy in a forest with a axe. I know nobody knows about the axe these days. They have power sand. They go to some of them more technological than this. They have a machine just driving and cutting and flipping. But he was in the forest with his axe. First day he could chop down 50 trees, easy. Next day he couldn't chop and he was feeling energized. He probably couldn't chop as much. Down to 40, down to 30, but energized and rested. And somebody came to him and he was explaining to them what was happening and they said, "This is the sound." And they saw the axe. He said, "But you see the axe dull. Axe now sharp." His response was, he was too busy. He was too busy to sharpen the axe. And I'm saying to you, do not become too busy to take care of yourself. Because you cannot give excellence and continuously give it too busy to take care of your mind and your body. You cannot give of your best if you're not at your best mentally. Yes, physically you may have some challenges, but if you're going to be compliant with the things that are expected, if you're going to consistently improve, you must be sharpening what you're using, those tools you have. So, technology has evolved, and you have QuickBooks, and you have all of these things. Learn. There are many things about their success. I have found that success is there. There is many evidence of it, but I see a lot of people just walk past it. I don't know one thing. And I'm saying to you, spend the time. Learn the things that will make you better. Learn the things that sharpens you. Spend the time. Sometimes you need a little unplug. Do you know what? Hear anything, you just want to spend some time and reflect. Because if you're going to consistently elevate and be better, you have to be better. You have to spend the time. Because that is simply the story that was being told of the woodcutter to say, you have to know when you have to step back and take care of yourself. So someone coming up, I don't know what, take a break principles. Bursars, take a break, and I mean a legal break. Work through the board, and you know what I mean. And I tell you, if you run off, I understand the body way gone. I say, spend some time, and if you want excellence, you have to spend the time. Take care of yourself. Because that is the only way to go. If you're not doing that, you're going to find that what you should be able to deliver, you can't. Because you're not. And while I get a little closer to closing, there's this other thing that I have found that has resonated with me. In your pursuit for excellence, you're going to be naysayers. There are going to be some people who tell you, that can't work, and where you come from with that? And there are some people going to say to you, because you were not one thing at one time, they will still remember you as that. And even when you think you do well and you feel you're going to get a tap on the shoulder, you get a slap in the head or a comb. And there will be critics who say, this is not work. And sometimes it may be those in your very inner circle, sometimes in your household, sometimes those who are constantly texting you, some of those who you help and you probably say you don't give them a blind, give them a job or something. But I want to say to you, shut up some of those things. I had a wonderful experience the last 2 weeks. And I'm not telling you this because I want you to know. The last 2 weeks, I don't know how the Lord organized it. I came back from China on Tuesday. And ironically, I've been telling this story about this Chinese bamboo tree. And I've told it a couple of places, and it's a story that I've stuck in my head for the last year. And having experienced the country, I realized they don't really use the bamboo tree anymore. They promise me a lot of time they use bamboo there. I don't want to use it. But to the point of the story is that back in the day, the Chinese bamboo, not our regular Jamaican bamboo, is a bamboo of high value. Why? It is the strongest material that is grown outside. So it's grown that they use in construction. You know, they use to make scaffolding. So when you're building those high buildings, you can almost align them together, put one on top of the other, tie it up, and the men can climb on it, and the materials can hold on it because it's strong. Secondly, that bamboo tree that they use, the material has antibacterial properties better than cotton. So if they use it to make a material, it kills any bacteria in the material within 24 hours. Another interesting thing I found about that very bamboo is that it has the properties to kill bad odors. So they use it as charcoal and they put in the materials and that bad smell and things they have, they don't have it anymore. And I appreciated that. But here's this interesting thing about this bamboo. This bamboo, special bamboo that they use so well, takes 5 years. So here it is. So on the very first day that bamboo tree, that seed is planted, on the first day of the first year, every single moment after that, somebody has to be there and they have to water it. Day 1, day 2, a year has passed. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 has to be watered. And if you miss a single day, you miss a single opportunity to fertilize it, it doesn't come. But at the 5th year, that bamboo tree rises up. And within 5 weeks, it goes 90 feet. So let me give you a little example. So within a week, so you go there after the 5th year, and you go there on Sunday, and by Saturday, there was nothing there, it is 3 times as tall as I am. Within 7 days. Did it get to that point in 7 days? Did it get to the 90 feet in 5 weeks? No. It's that 5 years that it was consistently being fertilized and watered, so it elevated and it stood magnificent. And why I'm saying this to you is because your excellence, sometimes people don't see it and they don't appreciate it and they don't criticize it. And you're there and you're doing something and you're doing something and they say, but what you going to study? And I say, oh no. How long you keep talking about how we're going to be a school of choice and how we're going to be the best place and we're going to be top of it. And you keep walking and people asking if you're crazy. Because you want to elevate and you want to get to a point where they don't see it. But remember that bamboo tree. To say, if you keep watering and watering and watering and watering, at some point, that 90 feet will come. At some point, you will elevate to that point of excellence. Yeah. And those people who are saying you're not going to get there, you can say, look at us now. Yeah. So I say to you, just keep at it. You may not see the rewards now. So you're in this space, some of your colleagues are here, and you're doing some things in your life and not producing the results. Just so while I go now to take my seat, I want to leave this with you. In your quest for excellence, while you improve your compliance and your performance, be mindful that in the midst of this, the Ministry of Education may give you a plaque after 40 years and so well done. Your school will keep a wonderful retirement function for you and say you have excelled, and they'll name a block in your honor. And this is the Collington Powell Resource Center. If you get it. And they may name the street leading to the school after you. Remember this, the real reward of excellence is that man. And you know, when I was coming here, and I said, if you ever go to talk to people, and I give you a sign and you tell them all what they so I speak true to my calling. So I'm saying to you, ultimately the reward of excellence, it is good that you get it out here, but ultimately, while you live your life, while you work hard, while you water those spiritual things, because at the end of the day, the real person who gives excellent rewards. So don't neglect that part. So as you elevate your own excellence, as you look at compliance and you improve your performance, make sure you go measure up against the right place. And you lean up your ladder of success against the right wall and you say, God, I'm still. Because ultimately, that is the excellence that you want. And I guarantee you, if that part of your life works, every other part must work. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. It has been wonderful conversation. And I'm so appreciated. Thank you very much.
That was superb. So he was looking at his clock, his watch, and that was exactly 30 minutes. I'm sure he didn't know that was a delay. I was standing. It just beeped when you ended. It's ridiculous how amazing you are. But we're not the ones who do the official thank you. But I'm just, before we call our friend from Eden Bennett, Mr. Kelly is so knowledgeable in education. He knows this thing inside out. If he doesn't know it, it doesn't exist. But when I'm particularly excited and impressed with this evening, he didn't come here to talk to us about that. We have been here over the past 2 days being schooled about some of the matters. He could have come here and added to that, telling us about the deadlines and the reports and the so, which of course ought to be done, but he chose to come here to encourage us. And what I like about Mr. Kelly, you know, some people, lots of them exist. They call themselves motivational speakers, you know? And they come in and they motivate you. And then you're wondering what next. Then so what? He doesn't necessarily only motivate, but he encourages. Please put your hands together again for me. So, to say thank you in a more profound way,
Bursars for invocation.
Good evening, colleagues. On behalf of the Bursars and principals, vice principals, clerical assistants, and my financial controllers, I would like to extend thanks for your doing and your busy schedules in here to motivate us, to reinforce us to water our trees, what we bring for the opinion that each of us brings something special to the day.
We heard from our principal earlier, then we heard from our Bursars, and now, to really talk a little bit, huge function like this and not call and celebrate in the house. So at this point in time, please tell me about there. We have a man who tells us that his school is the only gorgeous school in the region. Because it is pretty close to the gorge. So that's the only reason he has to call his. I'm just joking. I'm sure there are gorgeous in so many other ways. So ladies and gentlemen, you could be so kind to help us welcome on stage out of the East Bennett High School, Mr. Patrick Willis.
Thank you, MC. For me, the Sabbath is on, and so I was tempted to leave, but when I noticed that Mr. Kelly was the guest speaker, I said I have to listen to him. And he has always had something powerful and meaningful to say. And I was disappointed because not only gave a speech, but he also gave a sermon, which is in line with the Sabbath. I'm a proud Jamaican. My t-shirt, very proud Jamaican. And we live in one of the most beautiful countries. I did some studies abroad, and as a poet, it was always a pleasure to have the students gather around me to hear me talk patois. And so sometimes I get annoyed when they have an athlete who just spent 2 months abroad, and when they are interviewing them, the American language and so on. But our language is colorful, and our language, our expression is powerful. And as principal, I've had some very light moments. Principal, sometimes I get some joke, but you can't laugh out, you have to turn on your face, and your belly will go down and come up. And so before I do my poem, I'll share one life moment with you. I had an English teacher. She was head of the department. And one day, Mr. Kelly, she came to me, and this head of language department, she speaks perfect English, very proper lady. And especially when she's angry, she speaks the English, proper English. So she came to me one morning and she said, Mr. Phillips, she brought a girl. And she said, Mr. Phillips, this girl has to be suspended immediately. Immediately, sir. She must be suspended. So I said, Miss, what is the problem? Imagine, Mr. Phillips. Yesterday the girl was rude, and I reprimanded her and put her in her place and tell her she's to behave herself. And can you imagine, this morning the girl came close to me and said, "Ching." Now in my head, I am saying, what can I write on that suspension paper? Alright. As I said, Jamaica is a beautiful island. And this poem I have written many, many years ago. It's entitled Jamaica, Well, Chris. Jamaica is a nice little island. Her people have ambition. We have we own little problems caused by foolish men who are traffic the jokes and harass the tourists who are swing them one to get things done. Careful what you do, our name and we go abroad. Come at the turn, Thailand tourists for Jamaica, well, Chris. This is the land of my birth. To me, it's the best place on earth. I want to check all over the world. We are the most beautiful girls. But let me turn tourists in our country and enjoy the rich facilities. Come let me visit all the parishes and model on the white sand beach. And when we get very hungry, roast yam, saltfish and a cake will fill our big belly. Then we drink the coconut water and call to the nice daughter. And we turn dryland tourists for Jamaica. Well, Chris. Every year, people from all over the world are here. We have sunshine all the time. The liquor and music is fine. I wanna check it out. Just check it out. I wanna check it out. Just check it out. Bob Marley, number one. Louis Bennett, number one. Jimmy Cliff, number one. I wanna check it out. Just check it out. Usain Bolt, number one. Shelley and Fraser, number one. School Bursars, number one. Principals, number one. Come at the turn, dryland tourists for Jamaica. Well, Chris!
You must have one more. You must have one more. Let's not stop. Let's stop. We want another one. Let's stop.
Awesome job. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you were thoroughly entertained. The truth of the matter is though, even though it's an award ceremony, it's not like the Grammy Award. So I'm sorry, the performances were awesome, but we're not going to award those this evening. It's not that kind of award, it's not the Emmy or the Grammy or so on. So at this point, the highlight of the evening really is upon us, where we award all the very special people. That means pretty much all of Mono, all of we, right now. So, allow us to call on Mr. Ross, Pastor, who will be assisting us with handing out some certificates.
Surely.
Mr. Kelly, I'm sure you'll say we're very unfair to you because you don't know that joke. That surely thing was from Wednesday or Thursday. And as a courtesy to our guest speaker. So he came to us, speaking up from the passage, the psalm, surely goodness and mercy shall follow us. And he built his presentation around that. And he went on to give a series of things that will happen. And he said, surely we will elevate our performance. Surely we will raise our game to a higher level, and he went on like that. So, since that time, it has resonated so much with us. So, if you hear us saying, surely, that's it. You're most welcome, sir. Clap for being kind. That's what we did like. So, we know that surely, if we call out Mr. Ross, he will not declare. Alright. So, with that said, we now call on all of us to receive our certificates of participation.
As we call your name, you will join Mr. Ross. Damian Lawrence. Is he here? Yes.
Latisha Ellis Marks.
Charlotte Powell.
Simone Noreen.
Go back.
Charlotte Brown.
Fabian James.
Keynote Bailey.
Claudia Bayer.
Devita Johnson Fuller.
Antoinette Wright Daly.
Angela Williams.
Donna Mitchell Jarrett.
Joni Tucker.
Annette Powell.
Odette Richards.
Karine Gordon Thomas.
Marjorie Beckford.
Keon Smelly.
Kimila Johnstone.
This is their very popular last name, Christina Powell.
Thank you, Mr. Ross.
Please put down the Mr. Ross. Surely.
At this time, I will be calling on Mrs. Hewitt to join us. Kean McLean Jamison.
Erica Wright Brooks.
Go, Kean! Kean, you're not spoiled, but take a good picture. Claudia Burrows.
Shirley Ricardo Ross.
Erica Williams.
And the man who is responsible for the live stream this evening to the Saudi Crest Show, please like and subscribe, Kevin Wittick. And he's a sponsor, so he has paid for that advertisement.
Robert Anderson.
Claudine Panton.
Paulette Neal.
Sonia Hemmings Hunter.
Shanna Kay Steele Arndt.
Rosalie De Souza.
Folian McDonald.
Cheer her up, man.
Thank you.
Mrs. Hewitt.
Hewitt.
Please put your hands together for Mrs. Hewitt. Now we call on Mr. Floyd Kelly to assist us with a few more presentations.
Juliet Watts Smith.
Oh, Juliet!
Sherry Smith Wards.
Tracy Ann Clark Ellis.
Ruth Ann Johnson. Andre Valentine.
Yes. Go through Mr. Ball.
Come up, Mr. Buzz. Give me that show.
Deborah Mitchell won.
Julian Johnson.
Andrea Nicole Higgins.
Kamisha James.
Kimisha James. Did it clap for me? Not here.
Moving along, Jacqueline Simpson Huntley. Very much here, part of the long dress crew.
Anne Geddes Spence.
Go through Mrs. Spence.
Kayla Jo Allen.
Guess what?
Shailene Gosshaw.
Let me tell you, this is Islam.
Cecil Donald.
See me.
Go through Cecil.
Go through Daddy. Go through Dada. Go through Dada.
Joan Francis.
Ashery Greensword.
Andrea Givens.
Go through Miss Gibbons.
Yay! Yes, Andrea.
I feel a cheering for me.
Yes, Andrea. Yes.
Charmaine Malcolm Jones.
Get some more. Yes, this is you.
Well deserved.
Mrs. Hewitt, I'm going to ask you to stay. And we
Because the next
present-
awardee is Mr. Floyd Kelly.
Reverse. That reverse. Switch roles.
Our next certificate of participation is presented to Mrs. Pauline Bryan.
Our next certificate of participation goes to Mr. Carlington Powell.
Not surely.
Come on. All right, so just so you know, we're just warming up because there are some. Thank you so much, Sir Kelly. You know, Mrs. Heslop will join us here to announce some more exciting awards. Am I right?
And so we're at the stage where we're going to be giving some awards to Bursars who have been on the executive committee who have worked to make this event a success. And I invite our two MCs to assist me in bringing the plaques forward. And I also invite Mr. Kelly to assist in making the presentation.
So just before that, we left out one or two persons to whom we deeply apologize right now. Please. I'm sure we are forgiven already. All right, so all right, so Elaine Paris is our next speaker. Kedis West. And in this our GC Foster colleague, could you kindly join us?
Mr. Wilson.
Will you please join us? Where you, because I'm sure you. I know Mrs. Stuff not going to remind me. Right, the man with two last names. Mr. Gordon Allen. You know, every first Sunday at church, Pastor asks the question a couple of times. I've been served the communion.
Yes.
Have we all been served?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So I ask again, have we all been served?
Yes, Pastor.
All right. So I won't say the other things I want to say after that. Thank you again, sir.
the following persons to come as their names are called. Marjorie Beckford. And this reads, in appreciation of outstanding contributions to the Region 6 Bursars Association during 2024. Next recipient is Angela Williams. Persons are getting their plaques for outstanding contribution to the Region 6 Bursars Association during 2024. Clap them. Annette Powell. Juliet Watts Smith.
Go, Juice. That is good.
Bridget Thomas. Pauline MacDonald. Shereen Smith Ward. Joan Francis. Keynote Bailey. Pauline Brand. All right, I'm going to ask Mr. Powell now to come and announce these three names. Thank you, Mr. Kelly, as I am going to handle the other three awards, plaques.
Mrs. Hewitt, happening please. I'm sure this will give you some pleasure. Please stand right next to you. Yes. So, this is presented to none other than Sonia Hessel.
Yeah!
Of outstanding contribution to the Bursars of Region 6 during the president.
Switch position. I never switch position. Poor
She'll give her acceptance speech afterwards. So we have 3 final awards, ladies and gentlemen. And these are some persons who, like all of us, put out exceptional performance throughout the year. However, the Bursars Association and Mrs. Heslop, in their wisdom, decided that they will recognize these persons for exemplary performance as a bursar over the years. So the first recipient of these awards is none other than Marjorie Bedford.
This honor recipient, we can all agree that he really deserved it. Mr. Keynote Bailey.
I think he was tipped off enough. The man just for the occasion. Mr. Bailey, please join me 1 minute.
Guess when it was together.
And the final awardee is none other than Joan Francis. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Heslop. And of course, to all the awardees, make a loud noise. And just a little tidbit of housekeeping. We admittedly made a few errors with some spellings of names and so on. And some 1 or 2 omissions. Again, we crave your forgiveness, but rest assured, Mrs. Heslop knows how to fix things. And we get that sorted out by Monday morning. All right, so I'm sure after all of that, we are ready for some more excitement. So, at this time, drum roll please. Who do we have next, by the way? So, make some noise for the Region 6 Principal Choral.
Principal Choral.
Get it up, man.
so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of
That was something spectacular. I heard them rehearsing, but man, I had no idea. This is what they should have produced. Some higher performance. So, for sure, we'll find creative ways to elevate this to some higher performance.
Good.
Because surely you did amazingly well this evening. So at this point,
Surely, boss.
they say all good things,
Must come to an end.
and we are close, we're almost there, but to say some thank yous,
We are going to invite Mrs. Odette Dixon, Principal, Odette Richards, Principal for Eltham High School.
make her welcome.
Mr. Floyd Kelly, Senior Education Officer. Ms. Esther, Financial Controller. Mrs. Charmaine Hewitt, Financial Controller for Region 5. MC, Principals, Bursars, Assistant Bursars, good night. As we close this memorable event, it is our privilege, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. Today's ceremony was was a testament to all Bursars and principals' hard work, dedication, and excellence. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I extend our deepest gratitude to all our speakers, performers, and organizers who made this event possible. Thank you to Principal Powell and Ms. Brown walking us through tonight's proceedings. Mr. Shorty, you surely made your name at this conference. Thanks for your purse. You are always prepared. May God continue to bless you. Mrs. Sonia Heslop, our financial controller, if you look at her just walking by, you would never know that she was such a funny person. She's caring, and somehow just by being with her, you know that she loves her Bursars. Thank you, Miss, for your greetings. We all felt welcome. Mrs. Tucker, you said you're not feeling well this afternoon, but I must say that you did great with that song. Bursars and principals, I believe with a little bit more practice, Miss Eslop can enter you into digital rising star. Thanks to you all for participating. I'm a part of the principal's choir, but because of my swollen knee, I wasn't able, so I'll still be a part of the digital rising star competition. Mr. Floyd Kelly, for your enlightening and motivational speech. As usual, it's always a pleasure listening to you, sir. We will try to make sure that we take care of self. We will water our bamboo plant, and we will try to help others as we go along. And we always try to continue to elevate, serve to the best of our abilities. Thank you, sir. Our videographer, sir, make sure when I see my beautiful self, I'm as beautiful as I am. Thank you.
It will be better.
Sir, did our decoration, we just want to say thanks. Finally, to all our Bursars, principals, you were recognized today. Congratulations. Your commitment to education and the financial stewardship is commendable and greatly appreciated. Thank you all for being here. When I saw the notice for this conference, I said to my Bursar, "Me not going to do it this year." Because last year was so hard. But I had fun this year, Ms. Eslop. Thank you. And I just want to say, as we leave for, we're going for dinner, right? Okay. So as we leave for dinner, guys, let's continue to celebrate. Let's continue to work hard, because this is who we are. But in the midst of it, let's remember, as Mr. Kelly says, let's take some time for self. Have yourself a blessed afternoon.
Thank you so very much for that. Deeply appreciated. I'm sure everybody felt thanked. She said she left everybody out. Thank you, everybody. So that includes even me. Alright, so we are wrapping up fast and furious, so
By just a way of announcement, persons who have not yet submitted their evaluation form, could you please leave them at the desk at the back?
when they are completed, please leave the completed forms. Let me hear you.
Okay, well, in that case, we can view into any of the executives.
Perfect. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, all that's left for us to do
invite both of you to make your way over to the photo stand where we will
Imagine that.
show our picture.
Table of excellence.
Mrs. Bryan, on behalf of all of us here, we want to say a big thank you for so ably co-piloting this afternoon function. We truly appreciate what you have done, and we are proud of you as a Bursar. And for sure, if we continue to bond together as Bursars, we'll be that region of choice for Bursars. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Power, all of us, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank Mr. Powell for being with us and for such a delivery of his speech. For the week I've been listening to him, and we appreciate, I know we are all appreciated what he has said and done. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't worry for what I'm saying. It's become one, it's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is said that all those things must come to an end. All of us have come to the ministry at some point in time, and there comes a time when each of us will have to go.
Yes.
Going is a good thing. I'm saying that going is a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Because once we have served, we should feel that we have done our best, and we know that God is pleased with us. And so this evening we have in our midst one of our colleagues, Mrs. Juliet Watts-Smith. She is the bursar of the Yorkton High School, and today is her last day in the ministry. I ask you to stand up, turn to her, and give her.
Over 4 decades, ladies and gentlemen, that's ridiculously insane.
That is just not eating up Mr. Powell. Tomorrow is her birthday.
So many things to celebrate. And you celebrate with us.
So we are going to sing happy birthday. I am not a singer.
Today or tomorrow, guys. Let's sing it now. All right. Step up.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
All the best, my friend, on your retirement.
Yes, served us well.
And I know you will just continue to bless us with your talent. So I'll open the person tomorrow. I volunteer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, all that's left for us to do is just bring a few brief closing remarks and we are whoosh out of here. So as we conclude this evening, allow us to extend our heartfelt congratulations to all our awardees. And the theme is by now well known, just a shining example for all of us. Your dedication, your hard work have truly elevated our educational standards. A special thank you to everyone who made tonight possible. I know hours of hard work have gone into this, and we want to say we are thankful because what you see here is just the evidence of hard work, weeks and months prior to this evening. To our bursars and our principals, vice principals, assistant bursars, clericals, and all of us that are here, your commitment to excellence and compliance is inspiring, and you are pillars of our educational community. And your achievement tonight reminds us of the impact we all can make. So let us carry the spirit of excellence forward, continuing to inspire and lead with passion and integrity. Congratulations once again to all our awards, and thank you for your unwavering commitment and dedication. So, on behalf of my co-pilot, let me wish for us all a very good evening. And for those of us who celebrate the Sabbath, happy Sabbath to you.
Thank you. Happy
And for those of us who otherwise care to indulge, please indulge in the facilities that your good money pays. You said it, not me. Have a wonderful night. Could you just stand for the national anthem? Could you have a lead singer? They really don't mean any good. Come teach. Every principal and teacher name teach. Yeah, go around.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hands. Keep us free from evil parts. Be our life through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody.
Mrs. Cessna, before you go, Mrs. Cessna, are we going to
Freelancing tonight. All right. So we are freelancing this evening. You can form smaller groups if you may.
Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Persons with incorrect spelling and so on, please report to Mrs. Love. Persons who have incorrect spelling on their certificates, please speak to Mrs. Eslam. Just mark it up.
Yes, I was asking, University Mayor, yeah, she was asking. You have to get yours from the principal.
That is so very much person.
Where's Kayon? Just take her picture. And when you're finished, just come up here.
All right, so we'll have a few short interviews with few persons here. Yes. So we get to hear Miss Eslam, who is the financial controller. We will have her give us a few words, yes, on this whole retreat, the history of the retreat, yes, as well as the importance and the benefits over the years of such retreats. I would have understood that many of these retreats over the years were mainly seen for Bursars. But of course, now the principals, the school leaders have been so much a part of it. So while we're here waiting for Tesla, the chief organizer with this retreat, of course, as the Region 6 Financial Controller, as she come with us now, we'll have a few words. All right, stay tuned. All right, so here we have Miss Pauline Bryan, and she's the president of the Region 6 Bursars Association. Good night. What a wonderful, spectacular function we have in the past day. Tell us, let us know. This is my first retreat. How long have this retreat going on?
Well, normally we would have the retreat annually, but COVID came in 2020 and we had a break because the gathering was not permitted by government. But since last year, in 2023, we picked it up back again and we had a fabulous retreat last year. So in this retreat, what we do, we recognize our bursars and our principals, and we do training. Training which is very relevant to our day-to-day function.
Now, what I'd ask though, how do you rate the 2024 retreat as past retreats? Knowing that my view, what I understood was that previously it was more of a Bursars retreat, but in recent time you have the principals involved. Tell me how this came about.
Yes, because what has been happening in the ministry, you would have retreats and seminars for principal, and they would exclude the bursars because those training is just for the principal because our functions are different. But seeing that our functions, we have to work together, like I enhance you, you enhance me. So when, as the executive, when we meet with Mrs. Esla, we encourage her to include the principal so that when we are actually at school and working, the principal can understand what I'm saying and I can understand what the principal is saying. So there is more cohesiveness and more collaboration in terms of our functions in the best interest of the institution.
I'm saying, 3 days, 4 nights here at the Royalton Blue Waters in Falmouth. Where will we be next year?
Somewhere maybe a little better than this.
A little better.
And you know that this is luxurious.
I'm telling you, I don't want to get into any trouble, people, but I'm telling you, this 4 days, I must say, or 3 days, 4 nights has been wonderful. We are at Royalton Blue Waters in Falmouth, and I'm sure all of us here would have enjoyed not just the stay or the facilities, but of course the content that has been brought here over the past. I hope to see you next year in the same fashion. And I don't know how long you stay in this fashion as president, but so far, the fact that you have been doing a wonderful job, I wish you many, many years.
I thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you. All right, so join. As I said, this is the Region 6 Financial Controller. Good night, Mrs. Hester. Wonderful. The Chief, or should I say, the Financial Controller for Region 6. Yes, I'm wonderful. I can't be any better right now. I'm telling you, look at the principals and the bursars, look at their faces. They don't seem to be hungry at all. They are all filled with information to go back to the workplace. Mrs. Hester, how this retreat came about?
It came about out of the idea of immersing our principals into financial management, develop their skills in the area. And we found that having workshops and working with them one-to-one helped. But when we engage them over longer periods, we find that it is more effective and it brings together the sharing of knowledge among them and help them to really get to know one another and understand the functions of their work in a more in-depth way.
I don't want to stay too much on the spot, but I want to say, out there in YouTube and many of the especially saw the question, they are not sure of the, what would I say now, the workings or the doings of the financial controller in the Ministry of Education. But in short, in a nutshell, tell us what's really financial controller.
Financial controller in the regions, and in particular Region 6, has the mandate of overseeing all financial activities in the region. I make sure that the schools are funded, that the schools are keeping their records according to the instructions of the FAA Act, and that I provide the bursars and principals with the necessary training that they need to effectively carry out their jobs.
Mrs. I have a few colleagues, and I remember a few months back I was in a very small primary school. We have not seen the principals of the smaller primary schools, multi-degree primary schools in such a retreat. What are the plans you have for these principals to get them up to speed as it relates to that? I can imagine the experienced principals in these functions who are persons who are right on the money. What are the plans for those principals?
Well, the plan for them is to engage them in small groups in the office, where in the Region 6 office, where we sit with them, we go to their cash books with them, we help them to prepare, post, and reconcile their cash books. We give them information, and we go through the step-by-step instructions of the FAA Act with them. We inform them about the various grants that they are allocated, and we help them to understand how those grants can be used in their schools without them actually misappropriating any of it to areas that they should be used in.
I tell you, looking forward. Finally, Mr. How easy it was, what are the challenges to get the number of principals and bursars here together in such a function?
Well, more principals would have wanted to be here because when they hear about retreats, they're excited. But they had a constraint this year in that the funding was not readily available for them to pay for the retreat. It came at a time when the funds were low in most schools, and so they regretted not having to be able to pay for this retreat. But if it weren't for that, I know more primary school principals would have paid for it because they were asked to pay for the retreat from their income generating certificates, and they have advised that area of funding was somewhat low this year.
And it's sad really that funds would have been, the hindrance or the hurdle not getting more principals here. But I'm wondering, could we get any form of assistance from the central ministry? Is that anywhere possible so we could get more people next year?
Yeah, it's something that a proposal that we will need to put to the ministry itself and to make them understand, try to make them understand the need for this kind of immersion and hope for the best. Otherwise, we will just have to encourage the schools to start early with sponsorship, try to gain sponsorship or to engage in fundraising activities to try to get funds to help them to pay for the
Thank you very much. But before you go, I'm sure that you are hunting money, you are looking ahead. Where will we be next year?
Next year is, it is in the making, and the Lord knows best. I will let you know in the not distant future what will happen. Because maybe I'll have an announcement that I will want to here at this point in time. But whatever it is, whether or not I'm here, I'm sure the work will happen.
Well, don't be afraid to say that the Sonic show and you will be willing and able to take you through. So if there's an announcement or if you want a show to bring across these information, I'm really be happy to help. Thank you very much, Mr. Snap, and all the best going forward.
And thank you for being this function for us. It was a pleasant surprise.
Yes, you're welcome. Again, people, thank you very much for joining us. You can see the principals and the bursars. Look at their photo booth. All those persons now dressed in their parts, best dress, or should I say retreat dress. You want me in? My God, I'm coming. Yes. Why should I be out of this picture? I'm out of all this.
Oh, you need to take capture of us.
You want me to come?
Yes.
All right, hold on. People is very difficult to get this street. I'm telling you. We're buzzing.
That's not the work out. We're going to get on this chair that you
All right. So here I'm trying to get the mastermind or the business mind, I don't know what to call it, but she's business laptop. I've just seen this one. Look at her in the middle. So we are here for the photo shoot. It's very difficult to talk to you for now.
I said no such thing in us now. You only want to win there. I would want to know the witness number. No, strictly first and last. They can apply.
All right. So as I mentioned, we are actually at the end of this wonderful awards function for the Region 6 Bursars Association. Of course, Bursars and Principals. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you next time. Remember, if this is your first joining the Saturday Press show, please ensure that you like, share, and of course, subscribe to the Sardicus channel. Be a part of it. And of course, a very good family to me. Thank you. And this is where we say goodbye for now. Bursars and Principals Retreat for Region 6.